Hello friends, let me ask you, are you striving for perfection or are you seeking the essence of the leadership? It's a very profound question, and therefore to answer this, we dive deep into one of the most profound leadership lessons from Bhagavad Gita. While many CEOs focus on KPIs, scaling and operational perfection, the Gita reveals a deeper level of mastery that only a fraction of leaders ever reach. How this works? Let's explore this further. To most CEO spending their entire lives, climbing the ladder. They climb the corporate ladder, they climb the revenue charts, and they climb the industry rankings. But here is the uncomfortable truth. Reaching the top of the mountain is not the same thing as mastering the mountains. In the world of high-stake business, we are obsessed with perfection. We want perfect systems, perfect quarters, and perfect products. But ancient wisdom suggests that the perfection is merely the entrance fee. It is not the final destination. Thousands of years ago, on a battlefield of a different kind, Bhagwan Krishna spoke a verse that serves as a startling wake-up call for the modern leaders. And this is mentioned in Bhagavad Gita chapter 7 verse 3, and it says, quote starts, among the thousands of men hardly one strive for perfection, and of those who strive and succeed hardly one knows me in essence, quote close. Today we are going to look at why most leaders stop at the first half of that verse, and why the essence is the secret to the world's most enduring legacies. So friends, if you have reached this far, please inform us from which city you have tuned in and which language you are watching this video. This will help us determine the reach of our channel. Alright, let's proceed further. Let's look at the first part of the verse. Bhagwan Krishna acknowledges that even striving for perfection is rare. In business, striving for perfection is what we call the operational excellence. It is the Six Sigma, the lean management, the 80-hour work week. Out of the thousands of entrepreneurs, only a handful actually have the discipline to build a perfect machine. If you are a CEO, you are likely mastered this. You know how to optimize, you know how to win, etc., etc. But here is a trap. The perfection is static. Perfection is about following the rules of the game better than anyone else. And if you strive for perfection, you are a master of the mechanics, but you are not yet master of the essence. Most CEO get stuck here because the rewards for perfections are high. You get the bonuses, accolades, and the market share. You think you made it, but the Gita warns us that this is the only first filter. Now the second half of the verse, quote starts, even amongst those who have attained the perfection, hardly a soul understand me in essence, quote close. For a CEO, what is this essence? If perfection is how, essence is the why, and if perfection is the form, essence is the force. Think of the difference between CEO who builds a successful phone company and someone like Steve Jobs. Thousands could be build a functional smartphones, etc. That is perfection. But Jobs understood the essence of human connection and beauty, and that is the essence. In Sanskrit, this is known as tattva. Now let's discuss about how to understand the essence. Seeing the invisible is the first aspect of understanding. Knowing the pulse of your culture when you aren't in the room. That is such a key here. Knowing the pulse of your culture when you're not even watching, right? Number two is predicting the shift. Understanding the fundamental laws of human desire before the data shows them. Third is detached action. Leading with a sense of purpose that isn't tied to the ego of the result, right? Most leaders miss this because they are too busy looking at the success. They are blinded by their own brilliance. Why is it that hardly one understands the essence? Because understanding the essence requires unlearning. To reach the perfection, you need a strong ego. You need to believe you are the smartest person in the room. But to understand the essence, you must surrender the ego. You have to admit that the business doesn't move because of you, but through you. In the Gita, Bhagwan Krishna is the source of all the things. In business, the essence is the fundamental truth of your industry and your impact on humanity. When a CEO understands the essence, they stop reacting to competitors, they start responding to the truth, they move from managing people to moving souls. So ask yourself today, where are you on this path? Are you the one of the thousands who hasn't yet started the journey towards perfection? Or are you among the successful few who have built a perfect machine but feels like something is still missing? The Gita doesn't tell us this is, to discourage us. It tells us this to show how much more is possible. The greatest leader in history, the one who we talked for centuries, were the ones who moved past the how and touched the essence. They didn't just build the companies; they understood the fundamental laws of universe and applied them to their work. Your challenge this week, therefore, is look past your spreadsheet, look past your KPI, ask yourself, what is the essence of what we are doing here? Because perfection is the destination, but essence is the beginning. So, friends, thanks for watching. And if you're already moved from perfection to essence, subscribe for more leadership insight from world greatest wisdom traditions, which is mentioned in Bhagavad Gita. And if you have any questions, please do not hesitate to send it across. Before I wind up, a word about our affiliate partner. Stop settling for a good enough video. If your built-in laptop camera looks like a grainy mess, it is time for an upgrade. Want to instantly level up your video presence? I like to present the Lenovo Performance FHD webcam. This is a game changer for your desktop setup. Technically, this is packed. It has a very sensitive RGB sensor, very crisp photographs it takes. Also comes with two microphones on board, which helps you to record very clear voice in stereophonic format. And these microphones are very sensitive. You can actually move away from the camera up to 2 meters and these microphones will pick up your voice without any problem. This is a very strong piece. This is very sturdy. Comes with tripod ready. Comes with a very long leash, so it gives you a lot of flexibility to place the webcam wherever you want to keep in your studio. And also it has a swivel base, which is also very handy. So if you want to basically level up your game and you want to pick up this camera at a discount, please click on the link here or scan the QR code. Now let's get back to our video.